Can you guys hear me? I'm not very good at this. So I'm going to try to be timely. Hi, everybody. I'm not good at Instagram Live, so y'all just, this is not my skill set, so I'm trying. I'm Danielle, and what I'm teaching tonight is a karma yoga class, and several people have asked me what karma yoga is, and karma is very simple. It's cause and effect, and what you put out comes back, and some people say good karma and bad karma, and while that's true, what we put out comes back regardless of whether it's good or bad. And so what I offer tonight is for you to take in whatever way works for you. Our world is not a very peaceful, contented place right now, and so I want to be able to offer you the space to explore that peace for just a few moments. So one of the things that I will point out is that I am in jeans. And I want to tell you why I'm in jeans. When I started down this path of becoming a teacher, it was very, very important to me that I be real. And one of the things that I think is real about yoga is that it is for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're dressed a certain way, if you look a certain way, if you have a certain faith or a certain political stance. It is for every person at any point in their life. And so tonight, I'm practicing in jeans because I think there's a point to be made for people who may feel excluded, or like it may not, it's, I don't look the part, or I am not, I don't fit, or whatever. So that being said, I'm very real. I'm probably going to say some things wrong. If I do, I'm sorry. I'll go back and fix them. So if at any point you can't hear me, just holler. Yoga looks a couple of different ways. It looks really organized and writing your stuff in your little book, and it also looks like writing your flow on a used McDonald's napkin, because that was what you just finished cramming down your throat as you were trying to get somewhere where you were late. So I am on the used napkin thing today. So tonight while we practice, whether you have years of experience, if you're new to this, or if you are somewhere in between, thank you, because I know it's not easy to carve time out of your day. And what we're going to do this evening is going to be mainly focus on neck, shoulders, upper body, creating space and expanse through the places where our hearts may be tight and tense. Hold on a second. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me. So, if you will, come with me. If you don't have a mat, that's okay. Just sit where you are. You don't need to be in any fancy special position. And we're going to meet in easy pose. So, easy pose is really just your basic resting pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to let our seat begin to ground into the earth. Let our bodies begin to let go of the day and reconnect with what's happening inside of us as opposed to everything that's going on around us. So as you sit here easy, just start to notice the breath, where it comes into the body, rolling down the throat, expanding the balloons of the lungs. And then follow the breath beyond the lungs, into the organs, into the arms and the feet, and finally into the tips of the fingers and toes. Feel the breath as it enters that core part of you that makes you who you are. through your nose on your next inhalation. Just draw the breath in, feeling the lower belly rise, the mid belly, and finally the chest. And when you've filled your body as far as it'll go, take one more tiny sip of air. And then through the nose, exhale the air out softly and gently. At the bottom of the exhale, again through the nose, inhale, feeling the body expand, feeling the diaphragm open. Through the exhale, let the air go. Again, inhale. At the top of the inhale, through the nose, gently exhale. Allow the breath now to just go back to normal, and if it's possible for you during the practice, do your breathing through your nose. And of course, if that doesn't work for you, then obviously do what you need to. So from easy pose, we're going to lower our hands to our sides. And on your next inhalation, we're going to rise the arms up, palms facing upward, lifting the arms overhead in salute to the sun. Your left hand will take your right wrist, and then your body's going to hinge left, pulling the arm forward away from your head as you open the ribs. Breathe here. Where is your face? Is it soft? Is it tense? Breathe into the tension and feel those ribs as they expand, allowing air to feel into the body. On an exhale, hinging forward and pulling the arms across the midline of the body, switching so that the right hand holds the left wrist, stretching toward the right. Feel the breath, where it's now landing in the body as you sit in this pose. Bringing the arms forward, clasping the hands by crossing the wrists, if that's available to you. If not, you can just, club your hands together. Pushing the body out. I'm going to turn so you can see me. With an exhale, push the body out, tuck the chin toward the chest, feeling this stretch as it comes across the upper back. Breathe here. Clasping the hands behind the back, press the heart center forward. Really push those arms down and away. Feeling the stretch across the breastbone, across the shoulders. Feeling the chest open to let your heart shine out. From your sitting pose, we're going to roll ourselves to our knees and find child's pose. If you can't do it where your bottom is just meeting your heels, you can take a towel or a blanket or something, lay it right there on the back so that you have a little bit of leverage. You may want to spread the knees wide or keep the knees together, whichever is more comfortable for you. And from your waist, we're hinging forward, finding child's pose. The arms stretch out in front, really stretching those fingers, spidering them out, finding length through the side ribs. Allow the forehead to drop to the mat. Walk the hands to the right, feeling the stretch in the left body. Walk the hands to the left and feel that stretch shift to the right body. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, we're going to find tabletop. This is not easy in jeans, you guys. Hold on. You're looking to make sure that your wrists are below your shoulders, your knees are below your hips. Extending the crown to the front of the room as you extend the hips toward the back of the room. On your next inhalation, drop the belly, raise the chin, arch the back down, cow. You're shifting now, pressing the belly up toward the spine toward the ceiling, pressing into those shoulders, pressing into those wrists and knees, cat. On an inhale, dropping back to cow. On an exhale, folding up to cat. Tucking the toes and finding tabletop once more. Spread the fingers wide and really ground into your hands and wrists, and you're going to press into the backs of the legs, lifting your hips skyward, pressing the hands into the mat, downward facing dog. From here, let your head rest heavy. As you shift your body forward, finding plank. If plank at a high pose is not comfortable, it's always fine to use your knees. From here, we find cobra either by rolling our bodies down in chaturanga or by simply dropping the knees and the hips. Find a bend in the elbows as you tuck those elbows in toward the body, cobra. Lowering the body to the ground so that you're prone. Take the hands, scooch a little bit. Take your hands and tent the fingers wide so that they're just outside of your shoulders. And we're going to lift our body up, and then you're going to press into the right, feeling the stretch across that left shoulder. Let me scoot back. I don't know if you guys can see me. Lifting up and then pressing into the left side, feeling the right side open. Inhale and rise, and then pressing through the middle. Shifting the hands so that they're back underneath the shoulders again. We're going to lift, got to scooch forward, back to child's pose. You can move straight from child's pose back into downward facing dog if you like, or find table to get yourself there. From downward facing dog, walk your feet to the front of the mat so that they meet between the hands. Finding any bend that you need in your legs to get your hands toward the floor. This is not an exercise of flexibility. This is an exercise of love toward the body. Put your hands towards your shins, halfway lift, fold. I'm going to step forward on my mat. From forward fold, lifting the right foot up, planting it and the knee behind you, low lunge. Lifting the arms overhead, cactus the arms out, feeling the stretch across the shoulder blades, across the front of the body. bringing the arms forward, half splits. Shifting forward again, lifting that right leg to meet the left, forward fold. Halfway lift, fold. Bringing the left leg back now, tucking the left knee to the mat, low lunge. Lifting the arms again, cactus the arms out and really feel that stretch across the front of the body, across the arms. Releasing as you press back, half splits. Crawling your arms forward, bringing the left leg to meet the right, forward fold. From here we'll find chair pose, spreading the feet. Let's see, if I turn this way, maybe you guys can see. You're going to spread the feet a little bit closer than hips distance, spreading the toes so that you can really root into the ground, pulling the arms up, dropping the bottom, chair. If sitting with your arms up is uncomfortable, you can always bring them to heart center. Taking the left elbow outside of the right knee, twisted chair. And now shifting so that the right elbow goes outside of the left knee, twisting the other way. Dropping the hands to the floor, straightening the legs, wiggling the fire that you may have built in those thighs. Stretch. Finding your way down now to tabletop again, and then tucking back on your knees, sitting forward. Roll so that you can find yourself in staff pose, Dandasana. From here, we're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left, taking the left arm, crossing it over the right leg. And as you exhale, twist, looking back over your shoulder. On the inhale, fill your body with air, feeling your body expand, and at the exhale, twist more. Unraveling yourself now, back to Dandasana. Taking the left leg over the right, right elbow over left thigh. Looking over that left shoulder. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, twist. Unravel, come back to center. Bringing the knees together, the feet together now. Taking the hands on the outside, bound angle pose. Creating a stretch through the thighs, the groin. From bound angle, lifting the knees, spreading the feet so that they're slightly wider than hips distance, and rolling onto the back. We're going to go knock knee. So basically what you're doing is keeping your feet flared out, your knees together, and then on an inhale, you're going to drop both legs to the right. Lifting back to center, staying knock-kneed. Drop to the left. Back to center. Tuck the knees into the chest, hugging them tightly to you. If you don't want to reach around the fronts, you can always reach through and grasp the thighs, rolling left and right. Giving your back a small little massage against the floor to pull any remaining tension out of that lower back. Finding happy baby. 2 fingers grasp toes, and as wide and as comfortable as you can, just stretching those legs up and out, creating a stretch in the backs of the thighs, allowing the low back to ground into the earth beneath you. Bringing knees together, feet to the floor. Allow your body to surrender. If laying flat like this is uncomfortable, then again, you can take that same blanket you used, put it beneath your knees to create a small bend. Scooch back, small bend. Or if you need to, put something behind your neck. Allow the feet to splay out. Allow the palms to lay up facing the sky. Allow eyes to drift closed. Soften the face. Release across the eyebrows. Take a small swallow, and then allow the tongue to grow heavy and fall to the back of the mouth. Just breathe here with the intent of surrender. As you rest here, take just a moment to turn as much of yourself inward as you can. Take a moment and recognize that even though everything that comes at you externally may feel challenging, you have so much power when you simply turn in. Recognizing that nothing is permanent. Things are happening right now, but they won't be happening forever. Sometimes an abstract thought, but it's worth mulling. Slowly and gently begin to wiggle through fingers and toes. Perhaps turning wrists, turning ankles. Bringing yourself back to the outside world, but maintaining the calm that you've created in these past few moments. Roll to the right, resting on your right side, and then in your own comfortable way, pushing up so that we meet in easy pose. Find one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, eyes closed as you reconnect with this physical form that met your breath, that met your spirit. May you be peaceful, may you prosper, may you be healthy, and may you be at ease. Thank you so much for taking time for yourself and for your practice. Shalom.